Hey everybody, my name is Joshua Crossman. I'm the owner here at PTL Flooring. I just want to make a quick video to go through the list of items that you need to consider when you're getting your new floor installed. And thank you first and foremost for choosing us, for hiring us to work in your home. It is a privilege and we appreciate that. So first thing you want to do is make sure the guys have a clear way to access your home. Make sure they have a parking spot up close and that your vehicles aren't too close to the work area where they park, so they can get the tools in and out without damaging anything. They get the flooring materials in and out without damaging anything. So make sure your car, you have enough space in the parking area, and then from the vehicle to the house that has a nice pathway. Then you're not having any valuables in the way that could get knocked, scratched, things like that. Just make it easier on the guys that work hard, and a lot of this stuff is heavy and backbreaking, so that would be a great benefit. Since you're getting a new floor, everything off your floor has to be out, has to be off the floor, so don't forget to move everything before the guys get there. Couches, bookcases, coffee tables, toys, all that stuff. Make sure the floor is cleared. Anything that's on a shelf that could potentially fall if there's a lot of banging going on, like if we're doing a lot of installing, nailing down, there's a lot of vibration. So if there's something that might rattle off a shelf, make sure those are stored away properly so they don't get damaged. Don't forget the closets. A lot of times people seem to forget those small little closets. Sometimes some homes have in the hallway, or they're in the back corner. You don't think about it because you're not in there every day. So make sure those are cleared out. And anything that's on a shelf in there, about 2 feet up, inside the pantry, in those hall closets, about 2 feet up is sufficient. You don't need to clear out the whole entire closet. Coat closets, make sure all those coats and clothing items are removed so they're not hanging down in our way, right there in our face, while we're trying to work. Make sure those are cleared out. It is a construction zone, so make sure your kids and your pets are out of the area. We don't want anybody getting hurt, so have those. If you need to kennel your pets, if you need to put them somewhere, take your kids out for a hike, go to the park, do something with them while the guys are working. We just don't want them to get hurt. And moving on, power. We need to make sure we have enough power to operate our saws and tools. So make sure we have access to your power supplies, and then make sure we have access to the breaker panel. Sometimes if we get too much equipment on one circuit, we don't realize it. It may trip a breaker, so we need to be able to fix that. So have access to the breaker panel. Guys are going to be there all day most likely on most projects. Make sure there's a bathroom available. If there's a certain bathroom that we can use rather than another one, make sure the crew is aware of that. We'll be there for a while. If there's any appliances that have a water or gas line attached to it that are being moved, make sure those get disconnected by a professional plumber. We are really good at flooring, not so good at plumbing. That's not our expertise, so make sure a qualified individual can disconnect and remove your toilets or your refrigerator water lines, gas line to the stove. Make sure that's done ahead of time before the crews get there. And then last but not least, if there's any special considerations that we haven't thought about, make sure the crew knows about it. Let's say, if you have a toilet that doesn't work, make sure everyone knows that. Or there's a door, it's a little tricky, the way to get in and out. Make sure they're aware of that. If something's broken, you have a little trick. Every house is a little different, all those little things that happen. If there's anything other special considerations, you have somebody sleeping, or a particular neighbor that you deal with and might be checking up on things, just so they're aware, and aware of who's coming by the house, who's supposed to be there and not be there. Just make sure they're aware of all of that. So anything else, reach out to us, ask us if you have any other questions, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.